Welcome to another episode of the Report Program. This afternoon, we will cover the perfect places to grab a snack, health regulations, and people's reactions to the Starbucks holiday cups.
We will also cover the controversial topic on celebrities posting pictures while voting.
Plus, we ask students if they are satisfied with the new TSU building on campus. Do they like it? Do they hate it? We have their reactions.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Report Program, brought to you by students at Cal State Fullerton. I'm Nicolas Garcia.
I'm Savannah Romero.
And I am Bree Burries. Zombie Donuts and Bake Shop just opened last year and it has already reached a lot of success within their community. Their fun and creative take to donuts making is what draws in their customers. Reporter Laura Quinton has their story.
I think we're the only zombie-themed business anywhere around here in Orange County.
Halloween is officially over, but fear not, Zombie Donuts exists. This company is fairly new, but growing and getting lots of success.
I think that's what makes small businesses successful is like becoming a part of like a family's tradition. Like they come on every Halloween for their donut, or they come every Wednesday when they have a short day at school.
Being a part of the community is very important to them, and they even allow their fans to put in their ideas.
We're a part of them and they're a part of us, and we just support each other in that way.
So how did they come up with the name Zombie Donuts?
We're big Walking Dead fans, and we were thinking, we love to bake and cook, and I worked at a bakery for like almost 10 years before here. So we knew we wanted to do something different, and we thought donuts and zombies, why not?
Here's a look at some of their creative donut names.
When we first opened, we did a lot of events like at Cal State Fullerton, at Fullerton Community College. We joined the Chamber of Commerce. We sponsored some little leagues, and we did different things. We wanted to be more of a part of the community and get ourselves out there that way.
Outside of donuts, another part of their success is the merchandise that they sell to their fans.
Honestly, just a dream to be able to do what we love and be a part of the community.
I was even so lucky to try a donut on the house. I can attest, they are delicious. I'm Laura Quinton with The Report.
With summer over, grapes and vineyards are ready for harvest, and Los Olivos in Santa Ynez Valley and Santa Barbara County has something for everyone. It is a great place to spend a perfect afternoon with wine tasting, local food, and gift shopping. Reporter Rebecca Fausto has the story.
The wine grape harvest is in full effect in Santa Barbara and the Santa Ynez Valley from August through November. October is the best time of the year to visit the California wine country because most of the portion of the harvest will be completed towards the end of the month and many of the vines will be turning to color.
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm taking these wires and I'm raising them up so as to kind of trap the vines, pinch them up like this, so that they're held up like this against the morning sun. The purpose for that is because the little flowers have gotten berry set, which means these are going to be grapes.
The vineyards in Los Olivos mainly consist of Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Blanc.
Los Olivos is a small town located in the Santa Ynez Valley in the Santa Barbara County, and it was founded in 1880.
The town of Los Olivos also held the most exciting wine country weekend of the year. From Friday, October 6th through Monday, October 9th, the celebration of harvest was 4 long days of wine and food events harvested and produced from participating winemakers from Santa Maria Valley, Santa Rita Hills, and Santa Ynez Valley. But no matter what time of the year it is, Los Olivos offers wine tasting tours through its different vineyards and wineries located in this small but colorful town. So, if you decide to visit wineries, there's only two rules: have fun and don't drink and drive. For the report program, this is Rebecca Fausto.
From wine tasting in Santa Barbara, we go to Cal State Fullerton, where students have access to a farmer's market that offers fresh produce and healthier food choices. Reporter Bianca Hernandez has the full story.
Farmers market vendors are set up at Cal State Fullerton's Central Quad. A variety of jewelry designs is displayed along the table, allowing people to take a look and purchase any piece. Vendors also make packaged food easy for students to pick and choose. Once a student decides to pay, the vendor is ready to give the student the packaged food along with their cash. Vendors stay ready for any student to stop by their booth.
Flavor is gone. They've used different methods to preserve that just don't bring out the best in the food. So people forget that good, healthy, wholesome food in its raw form, it tastes so good compared to prepared food that with lots of sugars.
Farmers markets are popping up in every neighborhood. Next to office buildings, shopping malls, they are widely popular with shoppers who are local buyers at farmers markets. Sellers put out signs stating there are no pesticides and that the produce consumers are receiving is freshly grown. The sellers load their cars with fresh fruit they have just packaged in order to provide the local customers at the market with a wide variety of selections to choose from. Next time you pass by a farmer's market, make sure to pick up a fresh fruit. This is Bianca Hernandez reporting for the Report program.
3, 2, 1. So come out to the Central Quad next time the farmers market booths are set up.
If you ever happen to be in the small town of Glendora, you must stop and eat at the historic Golden Spur restaurant. Eating here will make you feel like you're going back in time, and their delicious food will have you coming back for more.
If you're ever in the small town of Glendora within the San Gabriel Valley, you must check out the iconic Golden Spur restaurant, located on the historic Route 66. The Golden Spur was the playground for Glendora Country Club members back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. It was the most popular place for enjoying cocktails, fine dining, and dancing. Now, it is more of a local restaurant where few people enjoy the family atmosphere. They still provide fine dining and a variety of cocktails. You find things on the menu like expensive rack of lamb or something more practical such as French onion soup and cheese bread. The Golden Spur is most well known today for their karaoke offered 4 nights a week. They also offer open mic night and live bands on Fridays and Saturdays. I spoke with regular and performer Jack Broughton Jr. about why he enjoys the Spur and what he contributes to the establishment.
There's not many fine dining restaurants in the San Gabriel Valley any longer. Myself, I play here on Tuesday nights. It's open mic night, and we encourage all up-and-coming musicians and professional amateur musicians, comedians.
So if you'd like a 5-star meal and a blast from the past, be sure to check out the Golden Spur restaurant. I'm Taylor Rodriguez reporting for the Report.
Are you aware of the soap you are using to clean your hands? Most individuals are not aware that antibacterial soap causes more harm than good. The Food and Drug Administration has given the antibacterial soap industry a year to prove how effective they claim their soap to be. Bree Burries tells us more. I did not know.
What are you washing your hands with? The Food and Drug Administration banned antibacterial soap. Certain ingredients in the soap can cause future harm, like cancer. The FDA says nearly 19 ingredients are troublesome and raises a red flag. Signs and images on the packaging of antibacterial soap are misleading. The packaging says the antibacterial soap kills 99.9% of bacteria, when in fact it causes more bacteria. Dr. Bill Moustill, the emergency room director of Banner Del Webb Hospital, says,
And then the biggest problem is these antibacterial soaps. They're like little mini antibiotics. So when you use them over and over and over again, you just breed resistant bugs, stronger bugs.
Stay healthy washing your hands appropriately and realize what you're exposing your body to. I am Bree Burries for the Report Program.
I always believed antibacterial soap was better than regular soap. But don't go anywhere because after the break, we'll come back with the most controversial trends.
You ever think about buying a bigger place? Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy. There is no credit fairy. How else will I get a better credit score? Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it. No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
'Tis the season when Starbucks takes over the holidays. From new drinks to long lines, Starbucks knows how to rule the holiday season. Reporter Matt Monhay has the story.
What if I told you that Starbucks ruled the holidays?
The holiday drinks to expect back this season would be the chestnut praline, creme brulee, and peppermint mocha. This season we'll be launching our eggnog latte and our gingerbread latte, as well as a new mulling spice cold brew.
It's huge. People who don't even go to Starbucks regularly, they come during the holidays because we have the red cups.
The hot cups are taking on a new look that we've never done before, and each different cup tells a different story, which just brings a little more something to your experience every single time. Currently, being at a store that's open on Christmas Day, we have seen crazy rushes. On last Christmas, the line was out the door, to the back of the store and out, just because we were the only Starbucks open later than most stores. All of our holiday drinks are topped off with whipped cream and toppings, whereas if you come in for like a regular latte or regular mocha, you're not going to get the same little bit of excitement in your cup.
For the Report Program, this is Matt Monhay.
This year's choices of presidential candidates has caused a lot of controversy between Americans, but there's something else that's causing a lot of controversy that you may not have seen coming: Starbucks' new green cup.
The month of November makes you think of being bundled up, cozy and comfy. Some would say that adding a nice warm coffee to that picture would be the cherry on top. Or should I say whipped cream on top? Every year around this time, Starbucks brings out their colored seasonal cups, and it seems that every year, someone gets offended by them. This year, the company decided to feature a green cup with a mosaic of more than 100 people drawn in one continuous stroke, which they say is supposed to be a symbol for community and unity in a time of political divisiveness. Starbucks has announced that they try to remain impartial when it comes to religion, or lack thereof. But despite their efforts, people are still getting upset.
Starbucks purposely said that this was a limited edition cup. They didn't necessarily say it was the holiday cup, but I think people jumped ahead and because they need something to be upset about. But I think what they're trying to do here is try to get people to be more united in the fact that not everyone is necessarily celebrating Christmas, and everyone here is part of like a single community. Like we're all part of Cal State Fullerton. We all go to Starbucks.
Many have taken to Twitter saying that the company is now trying to push their political beliefs on them. Although Starbucks did not have those intentions, they can't seem to catch a break. Surprisingly, Starbucks said this cup isn't even their actual holiday cup, which is usually red. That means customers could expect another cup coming soon, and some more controversy to go along with it. From the Report Program, I'm Taylor Perea.
With presidential elections coming up, make sure you keep your decision private to prevent getting fined, like in the case of Justin Timberlake, who took a selfie while voting. Reporter Carla Bonilla has the students' reactions.
With elections coming up in less than 1 week, everyone's talking about it, but also everyone's getting excited and wants to go ahead and vote. That's why even celebrities like Justin Timberlake have been raising controversy after he took a selfie while voting. Justin Timberlake not only took a selfie while voting, He went ahead and posted on social media, which was really bad and raised a lot of controversy even among Cal State Fullerton students.
So I don't recommend people to be taking selfies when voting because I've been seeing a lot of celebrities taking pictures when they vote and they can get in trouble and they've been getting fined, so I don't recommend people to do it.
Honestly, I think if it encourages other people to also go out and vote, I could see how that would be a good thing. On the other hand, if you're only only going to vote so that you can get popularity from it, I do see how that can be taken as a bad thing in the public side.
Are you going to vote this year?
I will unfortunately not be voting. I don't necessarily agree with either of the options that are available for me, so I think I'm going to step out this time.
With less than 1 week for elections for U.S. President, a lot of people's going to be out there voting. But think about it. Next time you go, don't take out your phone. Don't take out selfies. You may be subject to fines, and this can get you in privacy trouble. Reporting from The Report, my name is Carla Bonilla.
What if men could take a birth control shot? A shot that has taken over 40 years to develop has now been put to a halt. Let's find out more with Tony Fan.
Birth control, a medical phenomenon that has worked for women for decades. Now, could it possibly work for men?
We might be one step closer to a new contraceptive. This time it's for men. U.S. researchers found experimental birth control injections for men can prevent pregnancy in women.
It's known as the birth control shot, a shot that is taken every 8 weeks and has been proven effective in most men.
So it seemed to be effective and reversible.
So how do those rates compare to?
Similar.
They are.
Yes,
so this is
similar.
about as foolproof
Exactly.
as female birth control possibilities.
This medical discovery could be more beneficial for both parties.
Men would have more control if they have a contraceptive pills, for example, or a shot, so they don't have to rely on the woman. So that would be the benefit for males.
The results have been good. However, some of the major side effects have ended the study.
The problem with this too is that the side effect profile, at least with this study, was not great, and they actually stopped the trial early because there were so many issues with side effects. 20 men dropped out of the study. Mood disorders, depression, acne, increased libido, pain at the injection site, and myalgia. So
Hopefully doctors are able to find a way to lessen the side effects on men. I'm Tony Fan, reporting for The Report.
Would you get the shot, Nick?
Absolutely. I think women have been taking birth control for decades, and it's time for men to hop on board.
I agree. The Titan Student Union is officially completed and no longer under construction. Students have been hanging out in the newly renovated TSU for about a few weeks now. Here's what they have to say about it. Francesca Loren brings you the story.
27,000 square feet and a long year and a few months later, the new and improved Titan Student Union is finally open and running for California State University Fullerton students. The official grand opening was a few weeks back, on October 20th, 2016, and students have been enjoying the amazing amenities that TSU has to offer.
I think it's perfect. I love it.
The expanded building is a dedicated place for students to utilize due to the large number of commuters on campus. ASI student employees are just as happy about their new place of work.
The building is open now, and then we're happy that we're in our new space, and it's a lot more roomy than what it was before. And as far as students go, there's a lot more open area for students to study, hang out, whatever.
With 3 stories of open space filled with comfy chairs, couches, and tables, there's plenty of room for a quick study session between class or a nap.
I think it's really comfy. I have long breaks between my classes, so I come here, I take a nap, I just knock out.
While it is clear the new TSU is fully equipped to be a comfortable place for students, was the money that went towards the huge construction allocated correctly?
You have the places to sit and just kind of lounge around, but not as many places to sit and actually read a book where you'll stay focused.
Time will tell, but for now, students will be getting used to enjoying this new addition to campus. I am Francesca Loren with The Report.
Don't leave your seats. We'll be back after the break.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready.
Plant lovers, listen up. The Fullerton Arboretum is holding its annual California native plant sale this weekend. If you're interested in drought-tolerant landscapes, this can be the perfect event for you. Let's find out more about this weekend's event.
If you're looking to transform your garden into a drought-tolerant landscape, the Fullerton Arboretum is the place to be this weekend. The Arboretum is holding its annual California native plant sale on November 5th and 6th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
The event itself is just a really good time to come and learn about native plants. If you don't know anything about them, or perhaps if you're sort of, thinking about perhaps changing out your landscape to drought tolerant or native plants, then it would be a really good spot to come and sort of learn a thing or two.
Over 100 varieties of plants will be available to shop from, many of which are great for creating the perfect drought-tolerant landscape.
Absolutely, and that is something that we are trying to promote with, having this sale, is to, encourage people to use California native plants, or at least some other type of, drought-tolerant plants in their landscapes, so that they don't require the same use of water that a lot of other plants might.
Gardening experts will teach shoppers how to build a native habitat that will attract butterflies, bees, and birds. You can expect to find plants like cacti, succulents, shrubs, and many more. For a full list of plants that'll be available at this weekend's sale, visit fullertonarboretum.org. I'm Savannah Romero with the Report Program.
The event is free and open to the public, so don't miss out.
Collegetown is a temporarily stalled development that would create a housing and shopping district along Nutwood and Commonwealth Avenues. The fate of Collegetown has become an issue in the city of Fullerton in the Fullerton City Council election. Here's the story.
A proposed pedestrian plaza and Collegetown development that would close Nutwood to car traffic between Titan and Felino Drives was stalled by the Fullerton City Council earlier this year. It was stalled because of non-student resident protest. Residents like Fullerton City Council candidate Joe Embriano.
Overdevelopment and massive high-density housing is the biggest issue in this election. And quite frankly, this election is going to determine the future of this city. There are plans right now on ice to go to 10-story buildings on hundreds of acres in this community, which would add upwards of 100,000 people at full build-out.
The cost of the multi-million-dollar project would be split between Cal State Fullerton, Hope International University, and the city of Fullerton. The 60-acre plaza would include university housing, stores, and restaurants.
Cal State Fullerton's big enough. It's already impacted. That's an issue that the regions need to look at, and the city council should not approve that project, and I will vote against it if it does come back.
The incumbent candidates, Jennifer Fitzgerald and Bruce Whitaker, who lean in favor of Collegetown, could not be reached for an interview despite multiple attempts via email and telephone. City officials have not announced when they plan to make a final decision on Collegetown, but if Joe Embriano gets elected, he promises that for the sake of the residents, Collegetown has no future. This is Nicolas Garcia for the Report Program.
Stagecoach tickets are on sale soon. Find out the best place to stay where you attend country music's hottest 3-day music festival of the year.
Stagecoach is country music's hottest 3-day party of the year. It has continued over the years at the Empire Polo Club in Indio, but the hotspot of the boot stomping grounds has shifted. I'm at the 10th annual Stagecoach Country Music Festival, where over 30,000 people have come to camp in RVs this weekend to ensure their front row seat at the concert. That's right. The on-site RV resort is the place to be. You can't beat a 5-minute walk to the concert stage. A little less than half of the concert goers now camp in RVs. Now, not everyone can enter. You must have an RV resort wristband to get in on the fun.
The RV park at Stagecoach.
Oh my God, the kind of things that we do in the RV resort, Stagecoach. Beer pong, flip cup. Beer pong, flip cup. Bago, it's a big shit show, pretty much.
There's a dome located inside the RV park where nightly line dancing events are held, or some just choose to dance all day. Another game you can spot walking around the RV resort is beer toss. It was invented by a group of Cal State University Fullerton alumni students.
The fact that we get to walk around and have fun with all these people sitting out here, everybody just loves to have a good time.
The desert means heat, and over the weekend, the high reached was 98 degrees, which meant less clothes for some and a pool for others. If you're going to party all day, you might as well stay cool while you're doing it. At the end of the day, nothing beats a good time and memories that will last a lifetime.
This month kicks off Diabetes Awareness Month, and the ADA started it off with their annual walk of Red Striders to raise funds for the advancement of research.
November is Diabetes Awareness Month, and the American Diabetes Association hosted their annual Walk to Stop Diabetes this past Saturday at UCI. The volunteers were lined up to help the participants get registered and to accept the donations that were raised for the cause. While some teams kept it casual, others were a little more creative, coming up with costumes and themes to express why they are walking to stop diabetes. Members of the 501st Legion Star Wars charity organization tells us their story.
My mom passed away from diabetes, so coming to charity events like this mean a lot. But as an organization for us, we do all types of charities. We come out and support. No matter what the cause is, we're there for everything. Some of us walk in armor just to, make it that much more special for people. So we're just here for support and put smiles on faces.
Without the funds raised with the American Diabetes Association, I would not be able to have had my baby living with type 1 diabetes. I have an insulin pump, and that research that the funds go to toward this walk are how I have an insulin pump, how I can manage my diabetes easier and manageable, and I can have my baby, and I can be healthy, and we can live a healthy life, and I have great support from my family and the American Diabetes Association.
For more information on how you can help the fight against diabetes, please contact the American Diabetes Association. This is Nikia Campbell with the report.
If you're looking for a career in law enforcement that is helping out the community but not as risky as a police officer, then Kiara has a video for you.
Here, right here. Let's put the butts against it.
Walked inside a holy war. Have you ever considered a career in law enforcement? Maybe not one as risky as a police officer or sneaky as a detective, but one in the middle, as a probation officer.
Well, you are here in an office that belongs to the LA County Probation Department. Our main function is to go ahead and service those people who in this county have been ordered to a grant of probation by a superior court judge. We deal with people that are ordered for a probation period of 3 years or 5 years. They are to report to us once a month.
Minimum qualifications to become a probation officer is a college degree. Usually in the helping fields like sociology, psychology would help, but that's what we're gearing towards because we're becoming more of a social working agency. The benefits I get are this, that I get to help them understand their life-diminishing behavior or destructive behavior and get them to change it.
A probation officer sounds like an ideal job. If interested, call the probation job hotline at 562-940-2658. Thanks for listening. I'm Kiara Norell with the Report Program.
That's all for today. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Report Program. I'm Nicolas Garcia.
I'm Savannah Romero. Remember to stay tuned for next week's episode.
And I am Bree Burries. Have a great evening.